another day of Yulia and Farina at my Horse World Club. We're happy to see you back, and today we're going to introduce you to Farina's new project, Maya. Maya is a beautiful chestnut thoroughbred mare. She used to jump quite a lot, but then unfortunately the situation changed in a way that for the last year she was not ridden and her owner cannot be riding her anymore, as she discovered. So Farina took Maya as a project for 2 months long to see how far she can go in training her, and then to make a final decision if she would want to keep her for herself or she will just help Maya to find her next home that will be perfect for her.
It's a fine line between making the most out of 2 months, but starting slowly enough to give her the time to develop her body and to get rid of some tension and some body problems. I started actually to just walk her around the arena, to just spend some time with her, same thing that I do with Cooper. Then I started lunging. That actually went a lot better too than I thought. And then when we started riding her, we didn't just jump on like you would do with an older horse. I just wanted to give her a good example, a good feeling about this whole riding thing again.
Farina is riding her very cautiously and spending so much time bonding with her and like giving her massages and showing her around.
If you get a new horse and your horse is very nervous and seems to kind of be always tense, it's really important that you find something to make it relax. Massaging, in my opinion, is a really good way to do it. And after a few minutes, you will feel the change in your horse, that they actually start to enjoy themselves and they start to relax.
3 weeks out of 2 months total that we took for just creating the connection. 2 weeks ago, Farina started jumping Maya, and sure enough, Maya was happily doing the job for Farina just right away from the jumping day one. And we both believe that it's a result of Farina focusing on providing her care.
I wish I could show you guys videos from the very beginning and how nervous and difficult it was with her. In the first 3 weeks, got to relax, and I invested a lot of time in her, kind of took care of her, and now she really takes good care of me, and she really wants to give back, and I feel she really tries her hardest to do everything I'm asking for and to always do it right. And big part of getting her more relaxed was actually lunging. It really helped us a lot. It put the pressure off of me riding her. So let's watch Yulia sharing some tips about lunging.
I have noticed a lack of knowledge about how to lunge a horse properly here between especially young riders. Because as a trainer, I can tell you that lunging your horse is one of the very important moments when you can actually observe how your horse is moving and acting from the side. I would like to emphasize using the protection for the legs. For lunging, it's especially important to be using both boots and the bell boots. What we need to protect them from is from themselves. What happens is that this leg is reaching all the way here, and the horse can injure himself on the tendon. That's why all the boots are always having that thicker part here to protect the horse from himself. So next thing that I want to accent is that I've seen too many people that have a mess out of lunge line. So there is always a loop on one side, and you just want to always have your lunge line in a perfectly sized loops. And then when you have less than a loop left, you just start twisting all the loops that you have. That ends up being like this. And then you put the free end through the middle. Then when you started like that and you just took it off the hook of the barn, you took that loose end off. and you're ready to use it. Because another very common mistake that people are doing is having a horse on a very tight circle around them when they lunge, which is not good for the hind end of the horse. So whenever you lunge in, the goal is to have them on as big of a circle as you actually can create. Before we actually go in the arena, one more important thing is gloves. So the very common mistake that people are doing is that as soon as they hear ready to launch, they just throw the horse out and scare them with a whip. When they feel a predator or any danger coming from behind, they run away and they kick. You very much don't want that to happen. You want to start walking with your horse on a big circle, and you want them to walk away from you calmly. So you step back, and with your whole body language, you're being very calm and you not let your horse get too excited. You want to teach them to be calm when you send them away. So from now on, the lunge line is your rein aid and the whip is your leg. You never want to point the whip towards the head of the horse unless you want them to stop. To ask them to go forward, you have the whip always coming from behind of the horse. As long as you keep the lunging whip up here, the horse keeps going forward. The moment you put it down and it slows down, and at some point it will just stop. As much as it's important to use a lunging whip and the lunge line, it's important to teach your horse voice commands. On the walk, it's okay to have a smaller circle, but since I'm about to start trotting, I'm gonna send him out on a bigger circle. And with my voice, I'm gonna ask him to trot. Kaiser, trot, trot. And canter. A good boy. This is just a different kind of spending time with your horse, you know? You should appreciate it, and you should certainly be doing it yourself. I would say at least once a week.
Thank you so much for watching this video, guys. I really hope you liked it. Don't forget to follow and subscribe My Horse World Club YouTube channel and Instagram, and I hope to see you next time.
Perfect.